Hey Eagles, so I'm going to walk you through this presentation. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to walk you through and show you the different projects that you can do to make your monster. Reminder, you only need to make one monster. So if we go through here, there's the intro video that you can watch. This tells you a little bit about your monster project. This is one of the collage ones that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to give you guys the options as to what type of monster that you want to make based off of what you already have at your house. And like I have here, each year I like to switch things up and give students a choice. And I hope that you guys like this project this way too. So these are some inspirations. So you can draw your monster, and these are the supplies that you need. Anytime it says dry media, that is crayons, markers, color pencils, twistables, things like that. So there's the direction, and then there's a video on the next page. That's of me. So this is from where you can look. This hits back on our drawing project. So you can look at a monster and you can try to copy the monster too. That's fine. You can look at one on your Chromebook. Or if you have a book about monsters, you can look at the book. I try to put this black slide in to separate the projects. So you can also make monster puppets with popsicle sticks. This is the actual link to the project page that we would be using in class. And I've tried to copy everything on that. Fourth and fifth did this last year and they loved them. I think some third graders ended up making them as well. So you can do that. There's some, and these were just made with popsicle sticks. There's two different ways that you could do them. And then there's more inspiration. You could also use them with paper bags if you have paper bags around your house. This looks like they used construction paper and paper bags, as well as markers. Separate the pages. These are splatter monsters. So here's an example of one. With this, you can use watercolor. Remember to use lots of water with it, but you can actually put it up into a straw and then blow it out on the page to create this look. This student did two different colors, and then you can see where like the blue and the green mixed together in here, and so she made her very own color. I like how she's added accessories to her monster, and especially the eyes. Even though the eyes are not the same, that makes it just look even sillier over here. If you use acrylic paint, remember to wear an apron because it will not come off of your clothing. So you're going to spread the paint out on your paper, let that dry first, and then you can put the construction paper pieces on top. And remember, if you're using liquid glue, just use a little bit of glue. For your vocabulary, I use this word right here, the foreground. That means what's in the front. So we have the foreground, the middle ground, that's what's in the middle, and then the background. For this project, we don't really have a middle ground, but we do have the foreground, what's in the front, and the background, which is the splatter. Here's some more examples. For some of these, or some other ones I saw, the students were using googly eyes that you can purchase at a craft store. You can, but sometimes those get expensive. This could even just be pictures or colors that you have torn out of magazines if you do not have construction paper at home. There's those paper bags again. Oh, here's the googly eyes. And so, see, that's just watercolor that they put down. They look super funny, don't they? They almost look like sea creatures. Here's some more inspirations. Here you can use oil pastels on construction paper. This was a student from years prior. So you just need pencil paper, construction paper, and oil pastels. Parents, you can get oil pastels at from Amazon, Walmart, Target. We don't have AC Moore anymore. Michael's, anywhere that they typically sell art supplies, they'll have oil pastels. And it doesn't really matter the brand. I have noticed for students, if you get the Crayola oil pastels, then those are larger and the students can hold those easier. Moving on, here's some more examples of those. The oil pastels look really, really great on especially black construction paper. If your student is struggling with the size, you can always cut the construction paper in half and make two smaller monsters. Sometimes I do that. There's a previous student's work. On here, this would be typically what I would do for a K1 class. We would do construction paper collage monsters. For here, you just need different pieces of construction paper, pencil, and glue, either your liquid glue or stick glue. I would probably stick to the stick glue if I were you. And I forgot to add, you'd probably need some scissors too. So you cut up your construction paper into fun shapes and create your own silly monster and glue down your pieces. You want to make sure to layer your pieces. You can see right there with the eyes and with the teeth. Gives it some visual depth. And just use a tiny bit of that liquid glue if you're doing it. And my question is always, what are you going to name your monster? Because they're now characters. So what do you want to name your monster? Here's some more examples. This is one of my favorite stories from Storyline Online. And Miss Rita does a great job reading this book. It's about 13 minutes, but if you get a chance, watch this, read aloud. She does great. We also talk about adjectives. So you can decide what adjectives describe your monster. And here are some listed here. So decide if you had to pick 3, which 3 adjectives would describe your monster? And here are just some extra resources that we have. I can't wait to see what we got.